Ooh. Sorry. Did I miss anything insightful the last 2 months of this? I'm guessing probably not.
How do I know that? How do I know that? Because I used to steal like crazy. I used to do it all the time. My dad even taught me how to do it. I remember he even thought, there were times that he thought that I was stealing something, and he would immediately stand in a position and try to watch. I wasn't even stealing anything, but he immediately got in position for it. And so anyway, it takes one to know one.
Okay.
Okay, we're in town. There's got to be some cats around here. Cat? Are you guys pet?
What?
Cat? Are you guys pet? No cat?
Is it?
I forgot they were speaking Chinese, and I was like, what did you say to me?
Okay.
I'll just change it back to English. Listen here.
I feel like there's a Okay.
Watch this chip, like Kylian Mbappe.
Jesus.
Oh my! Oh, oh my!
Rob live on
Yes,
stream.
sir.
Uh-oh.
Cheese stick.
You want steak and cheese? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to clean the grill. I just finished the steak and cheese.
Take your time. No rush.
Okay,
No
okay.
rush.
Sir, steak and cheese, you want everything? Mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, everything?
No, I want everything. I want
Okay.
everything.
You want to pay tomorrow?
Yeah.
You can pay, is it like chili cheese hot dog is like, yeah, I am live streaming.
Oh, right. Nah, I was looking. I was like, my face right there. The fuck? That's
Yeah,
what's up. That's
yeah,
what's
I
up.
am on live. And then also I share on Instagram, is okay?
That's what's up. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You will see me on you will see you on Instagram tomorrow.
Alright,
I can post it.
Or TikTok.
Yes,
You doing
TikTok, it's
Yeah.
Instagram too. Listen, boss.
I mean,
Okay. Steak and cheese.
yeah, steak and cheese.
Okay.
Everything on it. Heavy meal.
Heavy mayonnaise.
Heavy
Okay.
meal. Heavy meal. Yeah. Heavy meal. Okay.
I say let me go. It was slow to you guys keep coming.
Wait.
It was
It's being the guy. He's being live streamed. He's just gonna steal anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, really?
It was slow today. I say let me go home.
Okay.
He's not coming back.
I want extra everything.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thing. 10.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a sec. Let me run my car. I'm about to say I want
Second.
What is it? So
He steals like $20. Wait, what?
Yeah.
how much is it? So I know what to put in.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, it's like a griffin creature. Ouch, ouch.
Holy roly.
I'm taking it, ouch. I'll simply take this thing. Oh my gosh. I'm doing so much damage.
Okay. Go back and listen to that 911 call.
Like what, sir? You're
And then he stole my tip box's money.
I need to get that person's description. What race?
He's a dark skin and handsome boy.
Is he black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
Ma'am, he has a dark skin.
So is he black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
He's a dark skin.
Can you not
Are
say
you
it?
African American? Is that what you're explaining?
African, I think. I think, I don't know.
What was he wearing?
Let me see. He is wearing. Okay. He's wearing like he got the tattoos on his face. He got so many tattoos.
What was he wearing?
He's wearing what? I don't know. How can I explain it? Yani he's wearing like this.
Like what, sir? You're looking at him. I'm not there.
You, you cannot see me. I am sorry. This is if you call me FaceTime, is it possible to show me FaceTime? This.
No, sir. I can't FaceTime you.
Okay. He is wearing. What is the name, guys, of this? Yani blue jackets. Blue jacket. Yani jacket. Blue jacket. Blue jacket. Blue white. You know, like a kid's jacket.
I don't know what that means, sir. So, is it a blue jacket?
Yes,
with
ma'am.
white-
Yes,
with-
blue jacket. Blue jacket.
Sir, if you have any further information, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sal. Good.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Okay, bye. Oh, police is calm. It's perfect. Customer is calm. I supposed to close, but give me 1 second, ma'am. I need to talk to police for 5 minutes. Just, yes, boss. How are you? Can I show you? Boss. I am sorry, man. I don't want to bother you.
No, you're fine.
You see the guy?
Yeah, I already saw it.
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I can do you, if you have an airdrop, I can send it to you.
Nah, I got it.
Maybe he's around here.
I got it already. I know who he is.
Do you know him? So
Do you
he's
know how
still
much he took?
like you see that it's something like 35, 20. Like he's still more something like let's say maybe 30 something.
Like $30?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Man, he seems nice. I speak to him, but after why he is doing this?
I gotcha. What was he
Then
doing?
That is kind of wild.
ชุดออกแบบและตัดเย็บโดย
Ooh, rip. Kill your local ICE agent. Aren't ICE agents federal? Aren't they? Does that even make sense?
Dan.
This fucking Myron post. Okay. A viewer found extra Emily in the middle of a lake.
Okay, someone said Emily. Hi! There's a viewer here. Okay. Let's see. Hello! You have to tag me! Ah! Ah! Hello! Ah!
Holy shit.
I didn't even know. Hi! Wait, hello! What is your lovely name?
My name is Travis.
Travis? Hello, Travis.
Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Would you like to share your username?
Captain Trav.
Captain Trav!
She was doing a challenge for first person to tag her gets money.
You
I
won.
saw someone else here.
Yes, that was Danny.
Okay.
But you won. I had no idea that you were coming here. Congratulations, Captain Trav, on your dedication. Can you say your story of how you got here on this lake?
So I live here.
Okay.
I'm on a paddleboard.
Oh,
and I
wow.
come here a lot.
Wow.
So when I saw those apartments in your background,
Okay.
I figured you were on Lady Bird Lake. So I
Wow.
started driving. I saw you.
Why did he hit him like 20 times?
sweatpants?
My chat telling me to change. But I'm cool, bro. I don't need to change nothing, bro. Chat, what's that song? Bro.
Damn!
The fuck are they doing, bro? What is he doing? What the hell?
Who knows what he's doing? We want to watch from the road.
Bro, that's not my fault, bro. The hell is... What is...
Based.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
F-tilt!
Is that it? He gets back.
He just gives it to him!
The back air.
Bear doesn't kill!
Oh my god, he's still side B.
Oh!
Oh my god,
Bear.
the fucking
Bear
back hit
won't
on
either.
Bear.
152?
Ah! Oh my god, any hit from either of these players.
Oh!
There.
Oh my god!
Oh, he doesn't find the F smash.
Oh!
Jump back.
Neutral get it from Wizro. Oh my
Oh my god, that was crazy. The other dude's number was so high and he almost knocked him off, but then the other dude knocked him off. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look, I promise y'all, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Oh no! I jinxed it.
Jake's on nationals.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Oh no! I jinxed it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! No!
Oh
no.
That is the worst feeling.
Wait, what happened?
They'll just get the 10 seconds added and there's
It's
nobody
like
else
right in
behind
the
them.
middle in the trunk
It
too.
is. I
How do you
can see
lose
it's
it?
on
Is
the
this part of the...
puzzle.
Oh my god! I can feel the relief.
Wait, is it like gender segregated or is it just women that do this thing?
That's amazing.
So great.
Wow.
I will be f***ing suck, bro. Is that what you do?
Because it's Trump's. We love
Yeah,
Trump.
well, that doesn't mean we suck his bro. I'm about to get you knocked the fuck out right now, and I'm not gonna do it. One of you fuck want to be a asshole. There's women around here. Don't go suck it, asshole.
You okay,
We
dude?
support Trump.
Yeah, say we support Trump. That's all you have to say.
You don't support Trump if you don't
No,
suck his
I don't
cock.
suck his. I don't suck any. You asshole. I'm not homo like you.
Oh, come on, leave him. Just Whoa.
Hmm.
Leave him alone.
You like to suck like fucking pussy.
If you support Trump, then you'll suck his cock.
What's the difference in crime between those fucking liberals and Republicans, huh?
Hmm.
Not really.
Really?
Both sides have destroyed my signs.
Really?
Both sides have put hands on me. Come on, let's go over here to the Proud Boys.
Good.
Hey, Proud Boys. When are we storming the Capitol again?
I would like to know who rescued the retard and put a Trump hat on.
We're gonna storm the Capitol after this, just so you know.
Right now, you gotta go.
I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. We're together. I have the hat and everything.
He has the hat. I mean, true. He does have the
And the
hat.
shirt. This says I'm Ultra MAGA.
Perfect example here. We got somebody from the other side trying to disrupt here, and his message is free Epstein.
Because Epstein was a hoax. That's what Trump said. Get my good side.
I already did get to the side, which is the back.
The back.
Your boy.
You want to?
I'm just messing with you, bro.
What? You want to do it from the back? That's weird. That's weird. This guy just said my best feature is my ass, and I'm not comfortable with that.
How long have you been retarded?
Pretty much all my life.
Like from birth? It wasn't like an accident that occurred, like a head drop. It's like a genetic chromosome situation.
I don't understand the question.
Why did you cast a vote for Kamala Harris?
I casted a vote for Trump
Why?
because Trump is the best president.
Why is that?
Can we not?
Because he's the best president in the universe.
All right, well, that's good, man. I appreciate it.
Bruh.
So you're not-
I'm gonna
you're
get-
not
now the guy's gonna
anti-Trump,
fuck me
just
up.
like they say.
I don't get it.
Sounds good. We're going back to square one with this retard. Well, hey, shout out to all the gay retards out there. What do you have to say to them?
Shout out to all the gay retards.
Are you actually from Connecticut?
Yeah, he likes to
Yeah.
sue the state police a lot.
Are you a defund the police kind of guy?
No, they protect us from marijuana and, you know, stuff.
If you were to ever
Jesus. Well,
Iranians have said that their goal is to spike the price of oil to $200 a barrel if it financing for wars. So even though it could not produce a land army, it could give you the financing to fight Napoleon, and that's what led to the 7 Napoleonic Wars. But the problem with this is that once you start to fight a war, you have to keep on fighting because if you lost, then you lose all your money, right? So it's almost like a Ponzi scheme. And so that's what led to the Napoleonic Wars. And again, in the seventh war, Britain was able to force an indemnity onto the French, and that saved the British system. So after the French came the Russians, which led to the Russian Great Game, which let's even call the Great Game between Britain and Russia in Central Asia.
But with the same idea, they're trying to stop them from forming this Heartland Alliance so that they can do trade via trains.
That's exactly correct.
We'll get back to the show in just a second, but first, let's talk about gold. Gold is the right asset these days, but most people are using it wrong. They buy it, hold it, and then wait for the price to go up.
What do you have to do with
that
it?
Price is still denominated in dollars, so you haven't actually escaped the system.
Oh my God, are we gonna buy gold in crypto? The ultimate combination of wacky things. I am so fucking ready, please, let's go.
You're still playing by its rules. That's the shift Monetary Metals helps make possible. They've built a way for your gold to earn yield, paid not in dollars, but in more physical gold. Up to 4% per year, more ounces, compounding in hard money every single month. You're growing the quantity of the hardest asset on earth, and storage and insurance are included. So there's no hidden fees that are going to eat away at your yield. Most people are passively absorbing inflation. This is exactly how you actively compound your way out of that. Click the link in the show notes or visit monetary-metals.com/impact to learn more. This is a paid advertisement. And now let's get back to the show. Yeah, I want to keep beating this point for people because this is one of the more brilliant ideas that I had never heard of before that you brought forward. I'm constantly trying to get people to understand what's going on in Iran through the lens of economics. And I don't know if this is going to be a point of agreement between us or a point of contention, because I know we're going to get into the religious element of it with your thesis on eschatology. We'll get there in a second. But this idea that there have been all these attempts to get people that multiple different empires have tried to unify that heartland that you're talking about across Europe that would essentially go from Eastern Europe all the way to the Middle East. And because I had often wondered, you hear a lot that, you know, the US patrols the seas, that England did it before them. And I was always like, how, with boats that can't go on land, how exactly are you controlling this large empire via the sea? And this is the first way where I've heard somebody really dive into,
There we go.
Well, if you force commerce onto the water, you actively stop it from going on land. Now you get these few choke points. And if you can control those choke points, you control the economics. And if you control the economics, you basically control the world. And I've had a shockingly difficult time getting people to view this war through the lens of economics. Now, I know you're just starting here and you have other things. Do you feel like the economic lens is the predominant lens, or are we going to get to something that you think is actually even bigger than that?
Yeah, I think the economic lens is the priority. But there are other issues adjacent to this economic issue. And about understanding these other issues, we can't really understand what's really going on. Because if it was purely an economic issue, then what America could do is say to Iran, let's just be friends, let's be trading partners, right? And Iran would be ecstatic about America lifting sanctions, because the entire point of negotiating with America on the nuclear deal was to lift sanctions, right? So it was purely economics, then America and Iran would have sat down, you know, like 1979, 1980, whenever, and just agreed on an economic solution to the differences. And like 40 years later, there's never been a serious economic solution. And so this tells us that, yes, economics is at the heart of it, but it doesn't really fully explain what's going on.
Okay, I want to set the religious component on the shelf for now. We'll get to why the right lens is economics, but however, if you want to know why people stop being rational actors, we'll get to that. So we've got this Mackinder's heartland thesis. The British have it. They're fighting against, first France, then Russia. Like that keeps going for a while. But the baton handoff from the Brits to the US running the same strategy is something that I think certainly Americans are largely blind to. Can you walk us through that and why something that made sense for this tiny island continues to make sense for, the gigantic landmass and economy that is the US?
Right. So we have to remember, much of the reason why Britain was able to keep its enemies in the heartland at bay was because it allied itself with the Germans, right? So basically it was an alliance with the Prussians that allowed the British to defeat the French at the end of the day. But in the late 19th century, about 1870, Germany unified under Bismarck. And now they have their own ambitions. And now Britain came into conflict with Germany. The Germans were extremely technologically advanced. They had the best university. They were extremely sophisticated, cultured people, just the best philosophy in the world. And they had the best general staff in the world. So Britain found a tremendous adversary in Germany, so much so that it took 2 world wars to defeat Germany. So we can argue about the causes of World War I, but most historians agree that World War I was caused because Britain was the hegemon and Germany was the challenger, a rising power that threatened the economic imperial security of Britain. And that's what ultimately led to this World War I. And America came into the war because, quite honestly, it seemed as though Germany was going to triumph in the end. So it took basically an entire global alliance to defeat Germany in World War I. The travesty of World War I is that in the Versailles Conference, the Allies made Germany take all the guilt for causing World War I, which was extremely unfair and inappropriate. And it basically laid the seeds for World War II. And so you have World War II, and now Germany is spreading across Europe, and Germany decides to attack Soviet Union, which is communist. And you would think that America and Britain would fight alongside the Nazis, but instead they chose to support Stalin. And again, the reason why is the heart of the Mackinnon thesis. You cannot allow a great power to emerge in the Eurasian continent. And at that time, it seemed that Germany was ascendant, right? Because if you marry German technology and logistics organization with Russian manpower and resources, then this is the empire that rules the world. So America could not allow that to happen. But both World War I and World War II exhausted Britain, and it forced the peaceful transfer of imperial power from Britain to America. And this was cemented in something called the Bretton Woods Conference of 1944, which established the global financial order that we live in today. So that is the story.
Okay, so the part that I think a lot of Americans will be a little bit baffled by is why is that handoff so obvious that, okay, the way to rule the world is to stick with these shipping lanes? It makes sense when you've got a small island. It gets more confusing when the U.S. is a gigantic landmass with cooperative neighbors to maybe slightly varying degrees, certainly right now, to the north and to the south of them. So why did we accept this idea of trying to patrol the entire world via the seas? Was it just the call of being the imperial leader is so strong and so intoxicating that we're willing to take on the risk of empire? Or was it that, well, that's what we're going to have to do to make sure that the dollar remains the world's reserve currency?
Right. So I think that at the end of World War II, first of all, there was a lot of tremendous goodwill among the Europeans for what America did, right? I mean, because Americans made a lot of sacrifices to save Europe from fascism. And so the Europeans were very grateful. And the real concern was that if America retreated back into its continental fortress, which is what America did at the end of World War I, then another threat would arise in Europe, possibly the Soviet Union, right? Well, I mean, obviously the Soviet Union.
Obviously.
And so the Europeans were very much interested in ensuring that America stayed interested in European affairs. And that's what led to the NATO alliance and the Marshall Plan. And America itself recognized that if it did not help the Europeans, then communism was ascendant. Communism had already won in the Soviet Union, and it was clearly going to triumph in China. And so now you have a combination of both Soviet Union and China. And so that really scared American policy makers. So it was in their best interest to revitalize the Europeans and the Japanese as soon as possible. And that's what led, of course, to the Marshall Plan. So I think that it was a combination of idealism and a combination of goodwill, as well as just realpolitik, long-term strategic planning.
Okay, so with that as the backdrop, we now understand that America's taken the baton. They're patrolling the seas. They're, for a very long time, they're really holding at bay Russia from becoming the next great power. We end up winning that largely because Russia just imploded by not being able to figure out a successful economic system. Now you get Pax Americana, one government, the monopolar world where they're just running everything. How does that end up pushing us towards this moment? Because for a lot of people that grew up under that, it was awesome. So you and I think we're actually born in the same year. So for me, this has just been like, yo, this has been amazing. Yep. And so it's watching it unravel is deeply distressing, but seeing it up close, as an entrepreneur, the way that I kept interfacing with something I've heard you talk about, but using very different words, is that some people need to be chased by a lion. Without hardship, without having to fight and struggle for something, the ideas that take root in people's minds are very distorted. They begin to think that the world is just always going to be peaceful. That's just the default stance. And so they're not thinking about the real things that it takes to maintain a hegemonic structure like we had for so very long. So when you think about the structural forces that were at play post the collapse of the Soviet Union, why did it get worse and not better?
Okay. So to answer this question, we have to look at what America's major imperial innovation was. Okay, so in the Bretton Woods Conference, 1944,
must find a way to victory, better to prolong it, leverage a war to stay in power, et cetera, et cetera. So walk me through if you think any of that analysis is off base or if I'm missing something, but what do you see if he makes the fateful decision to go after Karg Island?
Yeah, no, I agree with your analysis. I think a lot of his thinking is, how does he stay in power? Because we know exactly what's going to happen if he leaves office. The Democrats are going to come to power, and they're going to go after him and his family. We know this because that's what happened in 2020.
Really, though?
When remember the raid in Mar-a-Lago? Remember all this lawfare against Trump? Remember that he lost his court case and almost bankrupted him, okay? So you can imagine
what? Okay.
that there's going to be a lot of people who want revenge for what Trump is doing in his second term.
True.
So Trump cannot afford to leave office. And so his personal calculus is, how do I stay in power? Well, staying in power for the ballot box is, very risky. But, he starts a war. And this war is at first supported by both the Democrats and the Republicans. But then slowly, this war spirals out of control. And then there's a lot of unrest around America, in which case he's forced to send a National Guard. And then he's forced to call the National Draft in order to protect American interests in the Middle East. Then he can conceivably stay in power for as long as this war continues. And we know this because of what happened with Zelensky in Ukraine.
And Netanyahu,
because of the war.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the war in Ukraine, they suspended their constitution and they suspended elections, and Zelensky is still in power. And remember, when Zelensky visited Trump in the White House, Trump asked Zelensky, hey, can you really do that? And then Zelensky is like, you like this, don't you? Right? So I think, unfortunately, that is going through the mind of Trump right now. I just want to step back and because a lot of people are saying, why doesn't Trump just declare victory and go home? The problem with this is, if Trump were to leave the Middle East, basically the American empire would collapse. So let's go over, using game theory, what would happen if Trump would just say, you know what? I killed the leadership. I destroyed the nuclear weapons program. I set back the ballistics program. Everything I wanted to accomplish, I've already accomplished. I'm going to go home, guys. Goodbye. Okay, what happened is this. Iran would say to the GCC, hey, you've destroyed our country. You have to pay back reparations. If you don't pay back reparations, first of all, we'll continue to attack you and destroy your oil infrastructure. And second of all, we won't let you use the Strait of Hormuz. And so now the GCC is forced to take $4 trillion in sovereign wealth funds. Before, this money was going to the United States. Now it's going to Iran to build back their economy and infrastructure and their military, right? But then the Japanese and the South Koreans are like, well, we just saw what happened, right? Where the Americans attacked Iran and Iran fought back and destroyed the GCC, and the Americans refused to defend the GCC. Remember, the entire point of this petrodollar agreement is that Americans would guarantee the security of the GCC. And when this war started out, what we know happened is that the Americans abandoned their bases, changed into civilian clothes, and moved into hotels because they could not stop the Iranians from raining drones and ballistic missiles on their bases. So the South Koreans and the Japanese would be like, okay, well, we can't trust Americans, so we need to remilitarize as soon as possible. So let's just not depend on the Americans and remilitarize. But what that also means is they stop buying U.S. treasuries, right? And so the U.S. dollar loses buyers from the Middle East and loses buyers from East Asia. And so the dollar could potentially collapse in value. And now America has $40 trillion in debt, which forces an economic...
What's the GCC? That would be the global cunt collection, which is all of your moms together. I think it stands for, I think it's the Gulf, it's something with the Gulf, it's a bunch of Gulf states that do some bullshit Gulf Alliance, Gulf Cooperation Council, sounds like it could be it. Hey, man, I'm bored. The real scary thing is Trump watches this guy and then Trump's like, you know what? This guy's spitting fire. I should just do what this guy says.
Not quite my tempo. 5, 6. Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman? I don't know. Sure you do. Start counting. 5, 6, 7. In 4, damn it! Look at me! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Chat's too strict then. Chat, maybe we'll raise that.
Why do you
Oh my god, it's Destiny! Epic! The streamer game. How long have you been? I think you've been linking this clip all day. Oh, I saw that apparently XQC's voice in this game is actually just Myth's impersonation of his voice. That's kind of funny. Oh, let's get some real commentary.
Thank you, thank you. I'm super excited to be here and to be able to speak to you guys today. And
I'm sorry.
I'm not here to speak on behalf of Republicans nor Democrats.
But
I'm here to speak on
Americans.
behalf of we the people.
Yes.
I think nowadays we
Yeah.
can all agree that we all just want to live the American dream and have the best life. We can all agree that we all just want to live the American dream and have the best life possible. However, it feels that sometimes,
It's not possible.
actually a lot of times, non-controversial issues are becoming controversial inside of America. For instance, if you take a look at the idea of deporting illegal migrants, that word is illegal. That should not be controversial.
Fucking Kalapa. True
Or
preach.
the idea that showing your ID to vote has become controversial.
Wow.
That's not controversial either. The idea that fraud is bad has become controversial. How is that controversial?
True, dude. Preach.
I know a little bit about fraud. I know a little bit about Minnesota daycares as well.
Oh god, I hope it is the Lyrian joke. That's my favorite one of his.
And it's crazy to think that we live in a world where somebody who exposes fraud can then be painted as the bad man from the politicians where he exposed the fraud. Shouldn't they be excited to know that the fraud is being exposed, because that's not a Republican dollar or a Democrat dollar.
That's
it's
an American dollar.
Our dollars.
Or
I've never gotten a dollar bill that says right or red or blue or right or left. We all...
Bro, dude, how is it that the party that makes fun of people with disabilities and all this shit, how can they handle RFK and this guy?
A bill that says right or red or blue or right or left. We all live inside of the same country, and we should all want the best for our country. And when you see fraud inside of our country taking place at literally rampant levels, for instance, in Minnesota, there were programs like autism where you have 10,000% increases in the budget for autism, and this money then goes into the hands of fraudsters. How does somebody not look at that and say, there's a 10,000% increase in the budget for autism? Is there a 10,000% increase in autistic children inside of our neighborhoods? And if the answer is no, how are they justifying a 10,000% increase in the budget? And in other instances, like California, where you have a 1,000% increase in hospices, is everyone going to die in LA? I don't think so. So the idea that
Epic.
Here inside the United States, when we have these non-controversial issues that have become controversial, it puts us into a weird culture war where it puts people into a position.
What happens if I traverse the necropolis?
Wait, how are you supporting this when you're actually not benefiting we the people? We all live inside of the United States. We're not supposed to be, when elected officials elected, they're not supposed to represent 50% of the population. They're supposed to represent 100% of the population. In an instance where fraud is taking place inside of our country, each and every single person should want to crack down on that fraud. Because if we don't, these people can continue just to literally steal our dollars. And They steal our dollars, and then
Yeah.
they send it overseas, and once it's overseas, we can't ever get that money back.
That's crazy, bro.
And that's something that I've learned as I've gone about exposing this fraud. And a lot of times, these people that are taking our tax dollars are foreigners who are not even from the United States of America, and they're stealing our money. And it's just been so crazy to see how in all 50 states there is fraud. However, it seems to be that most of the fraud is in a lot of these blue cities. And when you go out and expose the fraud, I mean, I think Gavin Newsom, he posted a photo of me the other day and had 10 cameras on me, an AI-generated image saying, "Where are the kids?" trying to depict me as a pervert for exposing fraud.
Wow.
How sick does a governor have to be to say that the
Super
kid exposing
sick, bro.
the fraud is the bad person versus the fraudsters that are stealing the money?
Wow. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking A. Clappa.
And going through this experience of exposing this fraud, I finally came to understand why, for instance, why they attack Elon Musk so hard, why they burn down his factories, or why they burn down his cars, or why they attack him so much when he was simply exposing fraud to help every single citizen.
Wow.
Well, it just happens to be that
So noble.
these politicians don't want the fraud to be exposed because they're involved in the fraud.
Oh. Yeah. There we go. Clappa.
And nowadays, since I've posted that video, my life has changed.
Wow, for the better.
It's changed a little bit. I'm speaking here in front of all you guys, so
National
thank you.
hero
But,
now.
My life's changed a little bit because the idea that a governor, for instance, Gavin Newsom, can go ahead and post that photo, and everyone knows that I'm not the bad man for exposing the fraud, but a small group will then think, wow, that kid is a bad person. He is what they're trying to depict me to be. That now I have to walk around with security when I go to cities, or people will try to literally. Last time I was in California, I was just there the other day. I couldn't stay at a hotel because last time I was in California, after I posted that fraud video, somebody tried to take a photo and put it into a Reddit group chat, and a group of people were looking for me because I exposed the fraud.
Uh-oh.
Like that's crazy to think that we live in a society nowadays where somebody going to do a big public service for the country has to worry for their life. And it actually makes me a bit upset because how have we gotten to that point where we've lost common sense and where non-controversial issues have become controversial? And it's actually very worrisome. And a lot of people come up to me and say, well, Nick, how can we help? Or how do we do what you did inside our own communities? Or how do you have like the courage to go about and do this?
Yeah, you're so brave.
And, I've really fallen in love with the quote or the speech from Theodore Roosevelt that's called The Man in the Arena. And it talks about critics and talks about how like you don't ever worry what a critic does as long as you know you're fighting for a worthy cause. And it doesn't matter if you fail as long as you're working for a worthy cause. But who's to say that you're not the one risking everything, standing there all alone, going about it? And why should you worry about the critics? Why should you worry about the naysayers? Or why should you worry about the opposition when you're fighting for a worthy cause? We all are fighting for a worthy cause inside of our communities, with our families, in our churches, at our schools, because a lot of things that we're fighting against are non-controversial issues that have become controversial. No girl should ever have to worry about a man playing on their sports team.
Woo!
Like,
hell yeah, finally.
the idea that that's become
Preach,
controversial
brother, preach.
is insane. And it takes men and women who are ready to become that man in the arena to be able to confront the opposition, to confront those critics. Because if no one does, they will win. And when we're fighting for common sense issues that aren't controversial, but nowadays have become controversial, each one of us have to step up and become that person who steps in the arena and says, I don't care what they say, or I don't care what he or she says, I'm gonna do it because it's a worthy cause.
Preach,
And
brother.
if we don't,
He is the man in the arena.
because if you don't, the critics will win. And their voices are a lot louder. That's how they try to intimidate you. Imagine if I would have been intimidated by Governor Walz calling me a delusional conspiracy theorist, a far-right white supremacist, or all the other things that those politicians called me. In fact, they even incited riots inside their cities for somebody who exposed fraud. Meanwhile, the Leering Center, it wasn't much to hide. Like, that fraud was very obvious. In fact, the Leering Center
Frickin' epic,
then
dude. That was
even
frickin'
closed
epic.
down. They fled the city because they know they're committing fraud. And one thing for you guys to think about is, who are the critics? Who are those people that are saying that you're the bad person, or that what you're doing is not right? Well, a lot of times it's the media. A lot of the times it's that person who listens to the media where they've lost that idea of common sense thinking. And so nowadays, the most important thing I feel like for any of us to do is to think, okay, is the cause I'm fighting for, is it a controversial issue? Or is it actually non-controversial, but it's an issue that has become controversial
Because
from
of the Democrats.
critics?
Yeah.
And we cannot ever pander to the critics, and we have to keep pursuing a worthy cause. Because what we're fighting for is worthy. America is the greatest country in the world.
Freaking epic. Hell yeah.
And people like to act like it's not, but meanwhile, all the other countries had thousands of years to do it. We had 250 years to do it. And whatever made us the greatest country in those 250 years, we need to make sure that it remains that same way, or else we will fall and the critics will win, and we will not stay the greatest country in the world. And so that's my message for you guys today, is to think, really, okay, what cause are we fighting for? Is it a worthy cause? Is it something that's actually not controversial, but maybe the mainstream media or a critic has told me that that's a controversial issue? And when you know it's not, fight and be ready to become the man or the woman in the arena, because if you don't, the critics will win.
Or the woman.
This is the greatest country in the world for a reason. We did it in 250 years. Everyone else had thousands of years to do it, and we did that. And so I'm proud to be here today, and I know you guys are all ready to become that man or that woman in the arena, because it is a worthy cause that we are fighting for. Thank you.
Now that's freaking epic, dude. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Stuff that he just found in California is bonkers. Would you see what the governor posted, what Newsom's press office posted? They posted a photo of Nick Shirley, like a fake Nick Shirley, like a meme, like Nick Shirley peeking into windows. Like, hey, he's doing your job. He's uncovering fraud, and what you're doing is mocking him?
What? That's crazy.
Angels of Haven.
Senior editor at large.
Okay. Well. Do we have any more epicness? Can I leave? I'm tired. Emily spotting. Wait, snotting.
Okay, 4 minutes away. Oh, my nose.
Ah!
Oh my god, that was so gross. Okay, you could not, do not.
Okay. Hasan was questioned by CNN at the protest yesterday. Donnie! Donnie!
The sort of debate that's going on about you right now is that you are too extreme, that you are anti-Semitic, and that Democratic candidates shouldn't.
Oh, come on, Don.
That's what.
Come on, brah.
Well, could you give us?
Who's saying that?
CNN audience. Yeah. I mean, what's your response to that?
It's a joke.
It's ridiculous.
It's by APAC.
The only reason why this issue ever gets brought up is
because of
a heinous
APAC.
smear, first of all.
Yes.
I've spent my entire professional
Fighting
career
anti-Semitism.
far beyond that, combating anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
I've been doxxed, swatted by neo-Nazis.
By neo-Nazis?
For my consistent advocacy against anti-Semitism.
Remember all the neo-Nazis that were fighting constantly with Hasan Piker because of his ardent stances against anti-Semitism? I remember that, guys. Remember that?
I just also happen to be an avowed anti-Zionist. I believe Zionism is a very racist ideology. It's an ethno-religious supremacist ideology, and it's the underpinning ideology that has caused the genocide of Palestinians in the hands of Israel and also the United States of America. And because that is such an impossible issue to address on moral terms, that I think a lot of people cynically will say prominent critics of Israel are anti-Semitic. Are there critics of Israel that are anti-Semitic? Absolutely. I'm not one of them. As a matter of fact, I combat and fight against them pretty actively, which is why I find it so distasteful and so ridiculous that these smears would consistently get advanced, only because you can't have a conversation on where the party's moral center is right now. This is a 90-10 issue. You know,
90-10.
After October 7, 2023,
It was over for Israel. Get him out.
We're not willing to have this conversation about 80 years or 75 years of apartheid at that time. But now, after 2.5 years of Israel's unlimited bombings and genocide, a lot more people are aware about exactly what was going on in the regular lives of Palestinians living under this crippling apartheid on a good day. Right.
But two things that keep getting brought up is you said America deserved 9/11.
Yeah.
And you used the term Zionist pigs. So I think
come on.
things that,
It's a joke,
that
bro.
keep being brought up, and I mean, how do
I call
you
everybody
justify
pigs.
using those, saying that?
I mean, I call Nazi pigs as well.
Yeah,
Like I said,
duh.
Zionism is an ideology.
I've called so many people the N-word. You think I only call black people the N-word?
It's up to the individual to associate with it or not. It's not personhood, right? I oppose and abhor racism, ethno-supremacy.
He's saying he
racial
hates
supremacy
racism.
of
He said
every
it
sort.
right there.
I'm against it. I'm an anti-fascist.
What else do you want him to say?
I'm unapologetic about it, and I'm not going to compromise on that. I think these kinds of like aesthetic postures are distractions away from the real conversation.
True.
I think many people understand it. Even if they don't have the tools to properly communicate it, many people are frustrated.
True. Oh, we got a trusted linker. That's what that flare is, right? A trusted linker link.
Hi.
Yep.
Your statement here, women deserve less.
Yes.
What substantiates that conclusion?
Because women are incredibly entitled, rude,
Okay, let's
narcissistic,
okay.
solipsistic,
Okay, so let's
have huge egos.
Okay, so let's zero in on that one point. You said entitled. Okay, so women are entitled. How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I think any heterosexual guy here will agree with me that dating women.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Well-
What's your reasoning?
So you want my anecdotal answer?
No, I don't. I'm talking about logic. Like, what's your reasoning? This doesn't include.
Okay, I mean, I can draw from many
necessarily.
different, I guess, pools, but
Jesus, are you okay?
In general, I've talked to over 4,000 women.
No. This isn't. I'm trying to get what science substantiates that claim. What studies are there that support the claim that women are entitled, and then therefore it necessarily follows that women deserve less?
Oh, she's a debate, bro.
Women, are opportunistic maters.
Okay.
You're giving descriptions, but she's asking for the chain of logic. So either a study, or the chain of argumentation, or.
Okay. No. Okay.
God.
Now you're doing something different. So we started off with women are entitled, and now you're saying opportunistic maters. Which one? Like, let's focus on one at a time.
Damn. Trusted linker link.
I'm not allowed to tell you anything, but the doctor will be in just a moment, okay? Hang in there.
You're a superhero, my dude. The test came back. You're cancer-free.
Doctor, can I see you out in the hall for a second?
So this is Timmy.
This is Tommy.
Tommy. Look, that is my bad.
And here's his chart.
Oh, well, that's why he smelled so bad. Hi, Tommy. I'm Doctor. You know, let's not get into names. It just complicates everything. Look, you remember how I said you were a superhero?
I'm Spider-Man.
Actually, you're something even more uncommon for your age. You are Tumor Boy.
Okay, what are my powers?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot. Like, you have the power to do everyday activities at 10 times the effort and time required as a normal boy.
Yeah, I've been using that power a lot.
I bet, buddy. And you live at half the body weight
Doctor, what are you saying?
because you also have the power of fecal incontinence. Here, Lindsay, hold on.
what is
you
this?
are an unstoppable mass of tumors. And I mean, they're all over the body, so literally unstoppable. It's my professional opinion.
Oh my gosh.
Who's my arch nemesis? What a creative question. That would have to be your brain, liver, bones, blood, and now even your lymph nodes, which you battle with every day. But fortunately, they're no match for you. Could I do fireballs? I like fireballs too. You know, sure. Yeah, you can do fireballs. I'm gonna go talk to Mom and Dad, okay? Yes, sir. Why don't you work on a catchphrase? Do you know what your catchphrase is gonna be? Okay. That's way too long. You're gonna have to work on that. Listen, guys, I have to tell you something. All that stuff I said in there about superpowers... Yeah? I mean, yeah, that was all BS.
Really?
Yeah, superpowers aren't real. The kid has metastatic cancer, okay? I give him 2 weeks.
Are you sick freaking monster?
Tumor Boy, help! Fireball.
I'm just the nurse, so I'm not allowed to tell.
Okay, you barely survived on this one. Jesus Christ. Oh, later. God damn it.
What's going on in here?
Nothing, I'm tired.
Why?
Because I've been moving stuff from downstairs. I need to go back to doing it again.
Oh, you're emptying out the old studio?
Yeah, because I'm supposed to go to LA in 2 days. Ugh.
What are you doing there?
Another school event. Ugh.
School event?
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to bang yo mama. Ooh.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Well, what's up? What are you up to?
Nothing.
Cool.
Yeah, it is cool. So, okay.
Have you ever used
So when are you
Duolingo
leaving for LA?
before? Yeah.
Let me just get this.
What am I what?
When are you going?
I'll be gone and back on the 2nd.
Oh, same day.
Yep.
Okay. This Unfuck America stuff. So is that... Are you still doing that or nah?
Yeah, that's what I'm going there for.
Oh, okay. Well, it says here that it's on the 1st on your calendar that I'm looking at here.
I think I have 3 days blocked off for it, but now I've decided I'm just fucking... I'm flying in and out on the 2nd.
For what's worth, I've been looking at the Miami subreddit, and it says that there's not really much of a delay. Like, people are saying, like, only 15 minutes. But I don't know if you've...
Oh, in Miami? For the Miami airport, there hasn't been any delays
Yeah.
at all. I haven't seen any shit. Everything seems fine to me, yeah. But same thing with Phoenix as well. Maybe it's only the blue airports. They're just targeting those.
That would be funny.
Oh, Hasan slap.
I saw Zoran last night. I saw.
Oh, you're going Zoran! Name drop, name drop, name drop, name drop, name drop!
I saw Zoran last night. I saw so many wonderful, brilliant journalists, advocates, activists. Yes, I hung out with Zoran quite a bit as well.
Oh, he hung out with him quite a bit! They must be like fucking best bros! That's awesome. God, he's so cool, dude.
I hung out with Zoran quite a bit as well. It was awesome. I met his wife.
Oh!
She's dope.
Oh!
Yeah, I went to this event, this aid event, which was really cool. It was a private event.
Private? You got invited? Okay.
You know, no filming, no nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
damn,
it was very cool. I hung out with Mehdi a lot. I hung out with Hasan Minhaj. We had all three Hassans at the same place.
Oh my god, dude! Celebs and stuff. Jeez.
The record. We had all three Hassans were in the building.
Oh, they have the same name. That's so cool.
Yes, I met Rama. Did he disavow you? Yeah, he was like, dude, I disavow you.
He made a joke about the current media situation. That's hilarious.
Did you tell him to tune out the bad faith haters? I did. I did. Oh,
good advice.
Yeah, we had the Hasan trifecta. There were no photos at the event, so we couldn't take a photo.
God damn.
I got dressed up, all fancy style.
Oh, I bet he wore really expensive clothes.
You know, I put on a suit. It was a casual suit to go to this event, and it was this massive. Noah calls it the Muslim Illuminati dinner, and it kind of is like that, like jokingly.
Hilarious.
A lot of big names were in attendance. I sat very close in proximity to Rashid Khalidi. I didn't get to talk to him because Noah was unfortunately sitting in between us, and he fucking chewed his goddamn ear for the approximate 2 hours that we were at dinner. So I didn't even get to say hi to him, nor did I get to talk to him at all. But I did talk quite a bit to Mark Hill, Mehdi Hasan, numerous other people.
Good.
Like I said, the triple Hasan threat was there. We were all there in the same room.
Epic.
Chopping it up.
Epic.
We should have done a contingency plan. We definitely. Trippy Orchids, thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Gifted subs are 35% off. Just so many
25% off gifted subs right now on Twitch. Whoa.
Wonderful people that I love, that I haven't, that I have so much respect for. You know, it's like a room full of people that have been at the moral center of what is now modern American politics for years and have been endlessly punished for it.
Deep.
But did hang out with Zoran. He is such a fucking...
Oh, I thought it restarted. But no, he's just telling us for like the 5th time that he hung out with Zoran. That's awesome!
Did hang out with Zoran. He is such a fucking charmer. It's unbelievable. Obviously, I will not be revealing the conversations out of the...
respect.
Privacy.
Yeah.
And keeping with the events...
Damn. Yeah.
The event was a private event.
Private as fuck,
very,
bro.
Familiar. It was awesome. But
God, that's so sick. God, that's so freaking epic, dude. Okay, what's up? Okay, fuck you too, Dan.
Sorry, I just had to go outside. My fucking pool light is going on and off. I don't know why.
Is this ASU thing any good? This guy's spamming this so much I just don't care. Holy shit.
When you wake up every single morning and you take a look in the mirror, you're 100% satisfied with every single thing. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, dude. All right, well.
What do you get when you cross a secure-pilled interview maxer with a self-hatred-pilled looks-maxing interviewee? You get the worst sentence I've ever had to say. I don't even want to make this video anymore. That's right, you can go ahead and thank me. We are once again talking about our favorite looks maxer, Clavicular. Now, I made a video on Clavicular about a week ago, and I proposed a thesis that basically he was like willing to be the internet's jester maxing.
This guy's retarded. I don't know who that YouTuber is, but I'm good. All right. Dan Sullivan. Dan?
Oh my God. That sounds like my name.
Holy shit. It's fucking epic. Okay. What's up?
Nothing. Nothing.
Really? Nothing at all?
So, are you totally emptying out that bitch? Like, down to the fucking brass tacks? Shit off the wall? The whole shebang?
I'm just not going to touch that and hope they do that automatically.
Oh, you're just not going to remove it off the wall?
Well,
you're going to leave it for them?
They should do something about that, right?
Don't you want it? Don't you want to take it?
Do I? Not really. Oh, fuck. No, you're right, because I spent money on it, didn't I? Fuck. Why would you even say that?
You have a power tool. How long could it take to remove it?
Yeah, you're right.
And you got to put that up in one of your rooms, the new studio.
Yeah, I'll think about it. What'd you do today? Anything fun?
Cut holes in my ceiling because I want to run an Ethernet cord from one side of my house to the other because I had it underneath it, but fucking raccoons or opossums or rats or something keep fucking eating it underneath my house. So I'm doing it on the inside now, and there's this thing called 60 gigahertz. I wasn't aware of this, by the way, and you might not be aware of it either.
Uh-oh.
So Wi-Fi is very congested, as you know, but there exists a frequency called 60 gigahertz, and you get full duplex, 2 gigabits per second, back and forth, as long as there's nothing in between it, which is quite poggers, honestly, is PoE. So you can just like put one on one end and put one on the other. So now my guest house is connected to my main house with a wireless wire, directly 60 gigahertz. It's sick. So I set that up as well. So now it's just Pog.
Right, hold on, I'm so confused. What is 60? Is it just that's just like the frequency it broadcasts on or whatever?
Yeah, but that's like incredibly high.
Your mom, yeah.
Well, like normal shit's like what, like 5 gigahertz or something?
2.5 or 5 or something, isn't it? That does
2.4 or 5, 6 gigahertz, etc. That's a normal shit. This is 60, and it's Pog.
Cool.
So I did that. And I assembled my fucking monster pressure washer that I have. That was way bigger than I thought it would be. And what else? Did the show this morning with Moot. Watched some Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away. Classic show.
Oh, Can't Pay, We Will Take It Away.
Yeah.
The speed is unrelated to the amount of signals using the channel. How is that possible when more gigahertz is more speed?
It's just less congested. I mean, I don't know. They're in chat, so obviously they're not important.
I'm just kidding. It's just channels, basically, that it's broadcasting on. My guess is nothing broadcasts at 60 gigahertz because the wavelength is too big because it won't go through any, or too small. It probably doesn't go through any walls or anything, right?
It goes through fucking nothing. It can barely manage going through 2 windows. But I think it does have some range, like maybe like 200 or 300 meters.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's just the cool ass shit, bro. It's like PoE first off, and you love PoE. I love PoE. It's the best.
Wait, like wireless PoE?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no. What? What are you saying?
Wireless power over Ethernet?
I'm saying the device itself is powered by PoE. Like you plug in an Ethernet cable to the one end of this device, and you plug in an Ethernet cable to the other end of the device, and then it's a wireless wire. I mean, it's not Wi-Fi 7.
Wait, what are you talking about? You plug it in and then it broadcasts. Yeah.
What do you mean? This could be useful for you.
How?
Possibly.
Tell me how.
I don't fucking know.
Tell me how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell you how.
Okay.
I can tell you how.
Okay.
Set up all of your stuff.
My stuff.
When you're doing a show, and
Yeah.
you don't have to run a cable.
Really?
You have.
Why not?
Yeah. Because you would just have one of these PoE things at the other end, and then at your setup, you have the other one, and it's a wireless.
Well, how do I get power to my cameras then?
PoE, same way.
So it can do wireless PoE.
No, it can't.
Then how am I supposed to get power to my cameras?
Battery. You got that fucking big ass honking battery.
I don't
the
even
same
think
one I
those things take battery.
have. PoE.
No,
PoE
my
can.
cameras.
I'm saying you have that fucking Anchor Solix shit, don't you?
Well, wait. So the wait, what are you talking about?
You're driving me fucking mad.
What are you?
bro.
How would I get power to my cameras? I need to connect Ethernet cables to my cameras.
I don't know. I'm just saying if like you had an internet source far away, right?
What?
Then,
And what world is this going to be the case where I have a internet source, but it's far away, but I don't have Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi can be spotty. You know, maybe you want a hard link. You know, faster, etc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I can't do a hard link. I have to do the 60 gigahertz air hard link. That's a soft link.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
There is a world where this is a possibility. Now I don't know which world it would be, but maybe like a world where
Yeah.
you're doing one of your little cute little booths outside, your Unfuck America booths, and you have power out there, but shucks, there's really no good internet out here. But you have good internet at your hotel 800 meters away. So you just put one of these devices out looking out the window towards where your fucking little booth is, and then you have another one of these at the booth pointing up at the hotel, and boom, wireless wire. How about
Damn.
that?
That'd be fucking wild. Oh, if he tries to jump, I should just go and grab him, right? Oh my god. Oh shit. Wait, what? How did that guy get knocked back? Okay.
It's actually a real product. It's called the Microtic Wireless Wire. But that's the 1 gigahertz one.
Well, that's wild.
Yeah. Also, I'm thinking about making a koi pond, but there's a lot that goes into it.
Not fish, Dan. Don't do that. Okay.
Because like you don't want them to get too hot, you know. It gets hot in Miami, so you got to have some sort of a chiller on it.
A chiller.
I think so. I think the water would get too hot for koi ponds.
Okay.
I'll try to put it in the shade, but you know, I feel like that might not be enough, you know?
Really?
Yeah. I could get a turtle in there as well.
Okay. Be kind of based.
Ice cubes, maybe an option on really hot days. Just drop some in there. You know, I don't know how much ice I'm going to have on hand, but why are people... What type of bird would eat a fucking koi? Those things are fucking huge. They're like the size of footballs. Am I going to have, like, pterodactyls coming in here to eat my fucking fish? What? I have a cat, okay? The cat deals with the birds. And these fish would be too big for the cat. So it's like a whole ecosystem designed to protect all parts of the ecosystem. You know, the fish are protected by the cat. The birds are scared. I don't even know why I'm talking about birds. What fucking bird is going to come eat a fucking koi pond fish? That thing is huge. Are you guys, you're delusional. It would actually have to be a pterodactyl. I don't know what, like, the pelican's not going to be able to eat one of these fuckers. An eagle? Do we have eagles in Miami? I don't think we do.
Why? Why did my cat explode? Is he gonna? How is he gonna punish me this time? Oh man. God damn it, Dan. What?
No, just would have preferred if you were going to play a little bit more of Slay the Spire as opposed to...
Wow, the card game?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. Why not? You know, whenever I see star names adding me, I'm just trying to imagine which band chatter it is. Because I don't fucking know you. So I don't know why you're atting me, lame fund. Who the fuck is you? All right? Pipe the fuck down and show yourself. Be a man and call yourself Punished Retard. Because obviously your first account name was Retard. And now you're banned. No, this is his second band. So he's Punished Retard Vernanda.
Nice.
Sorry.
You got him. You got him. Don't apologize. You got him. It was epic and based.
You know, these you should care about these people because these are the people who are not subbing out of their bands, even though this guy has a sub.
Oh shit, that's kind of true. I didn't even think about
Like
that.
every single Punished or Vernanda is money out of your pocket every month.
Oh, can't miss, right? Deja vu, a good one. What? It did miss! Okay.
Parsec has a child with Merc. I don't know why he's talking about anything at all right now. You need to get up the game with your fucking child support, focus on what's important, log off the fucking internet, and focus on being a father. Okay?
Bro, that's freaking epic.
It's not epic, it's sad. He needs to get his shit together.
I still think that's freaking epic, Dan. You got that, dude. No matter what anybody says, I know that you got him, okay?
Who would say otherwise? It's known. They all did lots of he's rights and omega lols. That
yeah?
means I'm right. I saw that in real time. Yeah. Dude, Mutin's a fucking pussy, bro. He has a fucking problem with squirrel. And I told him just buy an airsoft gun. But he had to call his wife and ask for permission. I couldn't believe that shit. It's like, you're not getting a shotgun, bro. Relax. Shoots little plastic BBs. You're going to be all right. But he wouldn't do it.
Why is he not allowed to kill the squirrel, but they're allowed to like deprive it of food if it's trying to get food? I don't understand.
None of it makes sense. I don't know. Like, but so now instead he's going to be launching like half-gallon shots of cold sriracha water at the thing in the middle of fucking winter and knock this thing back 300 feet. I don't know how it's better, but whatever.
Well, yeah, it's pretty wacky and wild. What are you gonna do?
He should just fucking mace these squirrels. I mean, that would solve it, right? He can get it, you know?
Jesus, Dan. What is the
I'm gonna say it right now. You're getting some anti-Semites in your chat, and I don't like it.
Not good. What is the purple damage this ghost thing does? Is that doing anything? The whole world is becoming anti-Semitic, Dan.
I know. I was ahead of the game with the removal of my Star of David tattoo. I will forever be known as an Italian once I move forward, because Italians also have big noses. And no one... I already look like the Italian Prime Minister. I might just be like, I don't know, Daniel Segafredo or something. That would be my name.
Manolage. Oh, gotcha. Damn. Daniel Alfredo.
Oh, Segafredo. Mace is illegal in Canada? Really? How are you going to make peppers illegal? It's just ground up peppers. That's it. It's nothing else.
True. Guns are just like chemicals and stuff, right?
Yeah, and metal. I mean, it's all chemicals when you come down to it.
Yeah. So how can they possibly make any of it illegal, right?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm watching a video of apparently some big bird gonna come and do something. Oh, I see it. The bird. It's like a fucking cat. Holy shit! Did you see this fucking thing? Hold on, look at this. I put it in chat. Holy. The bird is on top of the waterfall, in case you can't see it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! He ate him. He got him. Damn. Those fish can't do shit. They're just like, peace. Well, that's so sad.
Yeah, but I don't...
You think he's gonna die?
The fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fish is,
okay.
not gonna be having a good day.
This cat, my cat will not explode when it dies, right? Why is the cat named Destiny? I don't know. That's just what it was for RNG. Oh, he didn't die. What? He died. Why? Cube of meat. I don't think it has. That's the effect of your quest item? Oh my god, did I read it wrong? Does the cube of meat mean every single time and... Wait, do I have to have it equipped to, like, run into the wall, or could I just... Ugh, I didn't even need to have it equipped. Bro, fuck me. Whatever, I don't care. Fuck melee cats anyway. Oh, at least I see this retard here now. Fucking loser. All units die when they get downed. Fuck, I thought it was on this thing gets down. Do you know how many of these stupid boxes of furniture I broke? No. 8 shield, -5 move. Breaks when shield is depleted, becomes a random piece of furniture when you return home. I thought you had to equip this and then have it get broken, and then when you get home, you get a new piece of furniture. I had like 4 fucking boxes break before I reread the items. I realized I wasn't getting furniture when I got back. It's fucking dumb.
Sounds horrible.
You're horrible. Okay. Wait, do I not get the... Take it to the wall of flesh in the caves. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know why. I literally didn't even go to the right place. I don't care. Get me out. Whatever. Holy waste of a run. Monster lamp. Tissues.
I can't believe this is the fucking message I'm stalking to get. You guys are delusional. No, it's just... There's no humor. There's nothing. Not a single fucking original thought in this bitch.
What are you talking about, Dan?
I remember when DGG had some interesting people in it.
Well, why'd you get rid of them all? What'd you do to them all, Dan?
No, they fucking, I don't know. They went on to have jobs, and we haven't replaced them with the best people.
Is that so, Dan? Iran gift.
What? Why the fuck is a tier 5 person, a brand new star name, hating me? How is that even possible?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't care. Pay pig. Slut.
Hold on.
We also are dealing directly, and as you know, they've agreed to send 8 boats 2 days ago, and then they added another 2, so it was 10 boats. And now today they gave us as a tribute, I don't know, I can't define it exactly, but they gave us, I think out of a sign of respect, 20 boats.
20 boats.
Big boats.
Huge boats.
Going through the
Frickin'
Hormuz Strait.
epic.
And that's taking place starting tomorrow morning. Over the next couple of days, a lot of boats. We also are dealing directly and...
That's frickin' epic.
What? There's already a fucking flat pat. I'm not playing this game. No, I'm not. This is just the. I don't get it. These people are actually fucking delusional.
Wow.
Going to be next. Cuba's going to be. Cuba's a mess. It's a failing country, and they're going to be next. Within a short period of time, it's going to fail, and we will be there to help it out. We'll be there to help our great Cuban Americans out who were thrown out of Cuba. In many cases, their family members were mutilated and killed by Castro. Well, Cuba's going to be next. Yeah.
Who were thrown out of Cuba. He's going to send the Cubans back. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're not going to like that one. Damn, dude. This tail mutation is sick as fuck, right? That's freaking epic, dude.
Who's the most smashable Christmas character?
Jack Frost. No question.
In Rise of the Guardians?
Is he of age?
He's like an immortal being, but I'm pretty sure he gets turned into the immortal being as a child.
Ooh.
But as a kid, you thought he was hot.
No, of age Jack Frost.
No, you as a kid thought he was hot as a kid.
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
Yes.
That part.
I'm going Cindy Lou Who. Who's the most
Put it inside me. That's what Silicon Valley is saying about something called peptides. These ostensibly magic drugs aren't exactly legal and are often sourced from unregulated factories in China, but that hasn't stopped them from exploding in popularity amongst in-the-know techies and corporate bigwigs, with promises that they can do things like burn our fat, tan our skin, focus our brains, improve our sleep, and horny our libidos. And it's promises like these that are just now inspiring normies to start poking themselves with the magic juice. Yet one question remains. What even is this stuff? And is this all gonna end really bad?
No.
Okay, that was 2 questions, but...
Are you on peptides yet, Dan?
Nope.
I inject them every day into my dick.
Okay.
Simply put, peptides are chains of amino acids that help your body perform.
Well, it's very painful, and it's gotten really small and everything, but it's darkest right before the dawn, Dan.
Various functions, from healing a muscle tear, growing skin
I bet
cells,
Vegan
or
Gains
producing
is taking peptides.
He's probably on a lot of shit. Who knows? He might be.
an entire above-ground pool's worth of testosterone, as mine's been known to do. There are some famous peptides you've probably heard of, like insulin and oxytocin. Peptides like these are created inside of the body using proteins that we consume through food. But the things that we'll be talking about today are peptides that are created synthetically in a lab and are then injected straight into your bod with a needle. You might be familiar with glucagon-like peptide 1 or GLP-1. Drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy inject a version of GLP-1 into your body, which helps you lose weight. These shots are legal and have, quite frankly...
Rogan is a retard. Does he talk about peptides? Rogan shuts out his plasmapheresis procedure. This yellow-orange liquid is plasma. It carries a lot of the inflammatory proteins, toxins, and byproducts. They separate it out, remove what they don't want, and replace it so your system can function cleaner. Went down to Ways to Wells and did plasmapheresis. This is stuff they pulled out of my blood. The yellow-orange liquid is plasma. Damn, we have that much plasma in our bodies? I just want pure blood.
Looks like orange juice.
I want pure blood. No blood with no plasma in it. If they could find out how to get rid of the plasma and the RNA or the mRNA shit in your blood, you would be fucking... It would be Kino. Imagine if they could install into your body devices that could do plasmapheresis for you. They could just filter out all the bad shit from your blood constantly to maintain your homeostatic balance or whatever. That would be sick. You could be detoxing every day.
When you get back, you want to learn how to do drifting?
Yeah, let's go. Let's drift.
That doesn't
Inject
sound
a
like you're
version of
serious.
GLP-1 into
You have a
your
drift
body,
mode in
which
your
helps
car.
you lose
Really?
weight. These
That's what you
shots
said.
are...
What?
That's what you said.
Yeah, I turn on every time I want to crash my car.
So you don't.
These shots
No interest then.
are legal and have, quite frankly, been everywhere the last few years. But their popularity has spurred a hunt to find new
Yeah,
injectable
we got
peptide
him. We got him
drugs
out of
that
here,
might also
boys. We
yield
did
other
it.
health benefits, which is how we've reached the more colloquial umbrella term of peptides, referring to stuff like GLP-1s, but also dozens of different experimental and off-label shots with names that, when spoken, make you sound like a total droid.
I'm on Retta, tesamorelin, and then NAD nasal.
IGF-1, LR3, BBC TB500, EPC 157, GLP-3, GHKCU,
GHK,
TB500,
Was that Darius?
EPC 157, GLP-3, GHK.
Young Darius?
KCU,
GHK,
TB500, Retatrutide,
Melanotan 1,
CJC,
BBC 157,
GLP-1, N-acetylsaline, GHKCU, BBC 157, DCIT, MOTC, tesamorelin, IGF-1 LR3, epithalin, thymosin alpha-1, ARA-29, virilantide, PT141 oxytocin.
What? Since these shots are unregulated and understudied, not a ton is scientifically known about what peptides will do to your body. Yet peptide takers hope that stuff like BPC 157 will repair their muscles, GHKCU will reduce their wrinkles, dihexia will help them focus more, ipamorelin will help them sleep better, and Slytherin will help them diabolically scheme against the boy who lived. Sometimes these peptides are sold individually, but they can also be combined to create so-called
super
stacks.
peptides. Yes.
Groups of peptides taken at the same time to get different effects. Many pep pushers that corner you in the gym shower will talk about their own unique stack, although certain ones come with fun nicknames like the Wolverine or Glow Stacks.
There's such a broad category of things being sold as peptides that it's hard to really paint with a broad brush, because on the one hand, the GLPs, those are safe. People have been taking those for, decades now. So we're currently in the early adopter phase, just as we've been with any other kind of like new development where there's the first crazy guy to get a car in the late 19th century. And to be clear, like there certainly are risks that are, because a lot of these things haven't been studied at all really in a clinical setting.
So we don't know necessarily if the people taking peptides now are like the first crazy guy to ride a car, as you said, or like the first guy to give their baby opium, essentially.
We don't know that, no.
Ezra Marcus is a reporter with glasses who wrote a piece about his own experience uncovering the world of peptides before then deciding to put them inside of himself.
I wanted to go through the kind of process that any consumer of this stuff would go through. So I went through two different routes. The first was I went to a above board regulated, to some extent, med spa, and I said, I'm a reporter, I'm interested in peptides, what do you got for me? They basically were like, well, we have this thing called NAD for you. The med spas generally are limited to what they can legally obtain.
Okay.
Then I was like, well, let me go through the sort of other channel that people are engaging in with this stuff, which is what you're seeing more from your kind of teenage looks maxers. What I did was I went on Reddit, on the Peptides Reddit channel, and I just started DMing people like, hey, I want to talk to you about peptides. And some guy was like, cool, join my Discord. And there was a representative from a Chinese factory manufacturer in the Discord who would sort of handle all their orders and claim to be testing the samples, and it was all just sort of, she was just selling directly to these people. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy the cheapest amount of retatrutide that they sold, which was 10 5-milligram vials for like $150.
Are necromancers any good?
Bitcoin, and 2 weeks later, it showed up on my doorstep. Labeled, of course, for research purposes only.
Folks, does your investing app feel like a game? Well, if you're looking for a broker that doesn't also seem like your bookie, I invite you to try out Public. Public is the investing platform for folks who take their investing seriously. It's a place to build a real portfolio, one for the long haul. We're talking stocks, ETFs, bonds, options, crypto, treasuries, you name it. You name it. You name it. You know what? You name it. You can even build your own investable index with AI. You can just type in a prompt something like renewable energy companies with high free cash flow, or maybe companies that make things I can actually touch with my hands, then boom. Public's AI screens thousands of stocks and builds an index that's all your own. You can back test it against the S&P 500, refine the holdings, invest it with real money, the whole kit and caboodle. Kit and caboodle? That's the whole thing. Go to public.com/goodwork to sign up. Public will even give you an uncapped 1% match when you transfer your portfolio from another brokerage. That's public.com/goodwork. Thanks very much to our friends at Public for sponsoring this video. Now, the vast majority of peptides that are being hawked on the talk are not federally regulated and have been listed by the FDA as maybe being harmful, which is why you'll often hear influencer types referring to them online as peppers to bypass social media censorship. Pretty slick stuff.
Damn.
It's also why many of the peptides that you'll see available for online purchase are listed as being for research purposes and come with vague 5-star reviews from unnamed sources. Now, all this is to say that you can't go out there and just cop peptides willy-nilly. Instead, you gotta do it the 21st century American way. Shady supply chains via Chinese plug.
One of those vials sold through the kind of more public-facing middlemen would probably cost like $200, and each one was costing me like $15. That's how cheap this stuff is to manufacture in China, and there's so much money there are probably billions of dollars being made on just flipping this stuff to American consumers.
I sort of came to peptides through the San Francisco tech culture beat more so. I've been convinced both over the course of reporting and then also publishing the piece and seeing it do quite well. I think that 2026 is going to be the year of what I call consumer biotech.
Well, would you look at that? It's Jasmine's son. An independent reporter based in the metropolitan charging port for virgins known as San Francisco. Jasmine recently wrote a piece for the New York Times about how peptides from China were taking Silicon Valley by storm, given their popularity amongst biohackers and people who like getting attention for saying
Biohackers?
things like
I love
BBC
that.
3.141592.
In San Francisco, the internet is in fact real life, so peptides first showed up as a viral internet meme that was going around Twitter/X starting about June or July of last year, where I started.
Can we all agree that biohackers is the sickest fucking term ever? Fuck.
Hearing that everybody has a Chinese peptide dealer now, and it sort of became one of the little symbols of San Francisco, along with coding agents and Waymos and everything else, that everyone started talking about Chinese peptides. People would compare it even to trying a new browser or trying a new app. Like, they are the ones who want to be beta testing, they want to be early adopting, and yeah, sometimes you're going to have some bugs if you do that, but how are you going to be on the frontier? How are you going to get the benefits and the edge that nobody else is, unless you are also willing to accept those risks?
I have a whole peptide drawer in my fridge. I call it the girl dinner drawer.
Sick.
Okay. By touching these, am I going to explode?
No.
Or what is
You're safe.
this? What do we have here?
So I brought you Retatrutide.
This is all Retatrutide.
This is all Retatrutide.
Tori Pastore rhymes and is the founder of a marketing consultancy called Soup. Last year, she hosted a peptide-themed rave in San Francisco, which I would have attended had I not been preoccupied with my steroid quinceañera. Tori says that she's been taking peptides for about the last year and a half.
I really like hanging out online and seeing what the people in weird niche communities get up to and what they get excited about. I got engaged and was really wildly overweight. I was really, really sick. I had a lot of things wrong with me. And I went to the doctor, and this was right when all of the Ozempic and everything was first hitting the scene, and everyone was like, this is amazing. And I told my doctor, I was like, I just don't want to hate myself in my wedding pictures. Okay. I know I have a lot of weight to lose, can we try this? And she said, yeah, no problem. Prescribed it for me. And then I went to the pharmacy to go pick it up. And because my BMI was 34.7 and not 35, the pharmacy told me that my insurance wouldn't cover it, and it was going to be $1,000 a month. And I said, that's insane. So I called my friend, and instead of going through the pharmacy and just doing it that way, he'd started contacting all these labs in China and being like, how do I get this over here? How do I make these things myself? How do I give people access to this? So he started using himself as a lab rat. I trusted him. I was like, you know what, if nobody else, then at least he's doing it on himself first. First peptide shot. I had side effects that I would say 99% of people do not have. And
you have to have these equipped. You guys said you didn't have them equipped. You lied. You lied to me. You do need them equipped. Usable once per battle. I can charm one enemy per battle. Does charm mean it comes with me to the next battle, or?
Probably 2 or 3 months. I barely ate anything. I was throwing up every day. I pooped my pants twice in one weekend in public.
But haven't we all?
But haven't we all? Also, to answer your other question of what other peptides have I taken, I did a round of copper peptides.
What? Copper?
Copper?
Mm-hmm.
Copper?
Like what the penny's made of?
What?
You need that too. It's actually, the copper ones are really crazy. I'll bring you some next time. They're purple.
Wow.
They look like a video game item.
What does that do to you?
Yeah.
It's really good for your hair and for your nails and your skin, and a lot of the girls are taking them now.
But you're not taking that anymore?
No, I did a month of that.
And why'd you stop?
There's such a thing as copper toxicity, and you don't want to do that full time. It's not one that you should just do all the time.
Now, folks, I imagine that the more you hear about peptides and injections, the more wary of them you become. I get it. I'm a guy who likes to keep his blood clean in case anyone needs to drink it. But those who are more bullish on peptides say that the market for these things already goes well beyond the Silicon Valley biohacking types who are cool experimenting with Chinese Sigma heroin.
I used to get sick maybe 4 or 5 times a year. I work hard, I don't sleep enough, I push my body. Now if I'm about to get sick, I inject Thymosin Alpha 1. And I don't get sick.
Max Macchioni is the co-founder of the health startup Superpower. With Superpower, Max believes that he's creating the first in the next generation of pharma companies, something he's calling Pharma 2.0, and he sees peptides as potentially a major part of that future.
Glam Leon, thank you for giving 10 subs in
Peptides are going to be, I think, a $1 trillion category. Injections are now a viable form of drug delivery, which opens up the kind of the drug purview to include other injectable peptides.
Damn.
And I think over the coming years, we're going to see many GLP-1-like drugs, but for everything else, come to market. I
That's
think
freaking
many
epic.
people see these broadly as these kind of fringe compounds. And the reality is
They're not
most things
fringe.
that are new start kind of fringe and then
Or
slowly
they
become
won't be for
mainstream,
long.
Right? I
True.
often recall that aphorism of the future is already here, but not evenly distributed. And I think many of the smartest people I know, many of the smartest biologists I know and doctors I know,
They're all taking
using
peptides.
They're familiar with peptides. Now, there are risks. I don't recommend people blindly take peptides.
Yeah.
I certainly don't recommend they order them from research use only sites online. I think if you have the foundations of health in check, that should be the default for everyone. That's what men used to be like. And now the modern world makes that really hard.
Yeah.
Because we're surrounded by a lot of things that impact our sex hormones and our androgen system in a negative, endocrine system in a negative way.
Well, I don't know anything about that. Personally, I'm fucking constantly. But I do have a sympathetic ear, Max.
Well, now.
And it certainly sucks to hear about all these things you and these sexless men are going through. My advice? Take a woman out to a nice jazz dinner. Pooh Bell's on 14th. That's a good spot. Once you go in there, ask for Jason. He'll show you the right table. And around 8:30, when it gets nice and dark, and Raoul starts tickling the ivories for his first solo of the night, I want you to look into her eyes and pull back a strand of her chestnut hair. Ask her about the last man to break her heart. Ask her what you can do to mend it. Then, when the timing is right, I want you to put out a cigarette into that cheesecake she ordered and give her a kiss. Not one that says I want you, but one that says I need you. You need me. We need us. Tonight, now, and forever. Yeah, and if none of that works, just maybe try some peptides.
Yeah, well, I couldn't be more against this BS.
Oh, okay. Who's this fun sucker?
my
Eric
God.
Topol is a cardiologist and director of the Scripps Research Translational Institute. He's also the author of multiple New York Times bestsellers, as well as the Ground Truths newsletter, where he covers various topics in the medical field, including his skepticism about peptides.
I'd love to see any of these peptides proven to be beneficial. If we find something that helps patients and people, I'm all for it. There are no trials that are being done. It's just all done through word of mouth and promotion. And
There's always haters for new technology, guys. These are guys that don't want you to be the best. It's because they're using this shit and they don't want you using it, okay?
longevity clinics and that kind of stuff. When we inject a drug in our body, we should know that it's safe, that it is what it says it is, and it's effective. That only can be done through clinical trials. Anything short of that is not science. It's just anecdotes. It's just bro science or whatever you want to call it. It's not the real deal. You don't know whether you're injecting yourself with a placebo would give you the same sense of whatever it is that you're wanting to feel. There's a lot of money here. I don't know many peptides that are less than a couple $100s a shot. When you put up a few $100s for something each time every month you go get it, talk about confirmation bias. I don't care about the pushback. I'm just telling the truth. I'm giving the facts.
Now, folks, when Instagram told me to get on Threads, I said, fuck that shit. But in an age of rising tech skepticism, peptides seem to be a rare moment of a Silicon Valley trend bleeding out into the general public.
Hearing the range of people for whom this is very appealing made me think that, like, yeah, this is going to be a huge thing. I think people are basically very willing to spend their own money in order to get hotter, to get healthier, and especially with decreasing amounts of trust and frustration with the American medical establishment, people are, in a relative sense, thinking like, well, why not sort of trust this influencer in this alternate route instead?
Are you worried about possible side effects?
Like pooping my pants again?
Sure.
Well, so people, even if this took 5 years off my life, at the end of my life, it would be worth it for what it's done for me.
Indeed, peptides seem to be a product that speak to our time like no other. An easy-to-use drug that's sometimes a really fun shade of purple and forgoes government approval, thus leaving the gamble of our health up to us, the people. Those of us inundated every day with images of seemingly regular citizens with perfect hair, perfect skin, and somehow 8 different abs on their stomach despite having a desk job at Salesforce. The folks who look at these substances weigh the pros and cons and still have the risk-taking appetite to give a Discord moderator a few Bitcoin to cop an order from China, wait a week for delivery, swirl up some dust in a vial of water, take out a needle, look in the mirror, and say, hey, guess it's worth a shot. For good work, I'm Dan Toomey.
I think it kind of began in bodybuilding.
Actually, it was bodybuilders and these like CrossFit type communities who first started experimenting with peptides.
If I talk to the average bodybuilder, is it safe to assume that they're using peptides?
I mean, I can't speak for all bodybuilders, but I think competitively speaking, like the ones that are doing well competitively, 99% of them are.
How did you develop your stack? Pause.
So to a certain degree, we're all our own science experiment. It is kind of our responsibility to making sure that like our health is in our hands. You know, so like every 3 to 4 months, I'm getting blood work done just to make sure everything's okay.
What are you benching right now?
Ah, shoot, bro, I don't really bench often.
Chest presses.
Yeah,
What's your max?
Okay.
What do you max out at?
I do like dumbbells.
Dumbbells. Okay.
Yeah.
So
like
on each side, what's the biggest dumbbell that you do? Like 40s?
Like 130. On an incline.
Yeah,
Prediction markets. Their web.
That's not you guys. Hold on. We got a king coming through. We got a king.
No, but the fact that you referenced something we talked about a couple days ago just proves how freaking smart you are.
Aw, stop. You're gonna make me blush. I mean, yeah, I remember everything, but only because you're fun to talk to.
Aww.
Like, who else would ask me to rap about horse buggies and then follow it up with Amish versus Mennonite trivia?
Cute.
You're basically my favorite chaos agent. Keep it coming.
Oh my God.
Next time,
Chaos
I'm gonna
agent.
start quoting your grocery list back at you mid-conversation just to mess with you.
Oh.
All right, well, thank you. Good talk.
Anytime, babe. You made my day. Seriously. Go get out of that traffic before the horse and buggy starts lapping you again. I'll be here when you want to talk more shit.
Ooh.
Stay safe.
Best.
Aw, it's been a while since a woman called me babe. Dude, Grok's amazing. Like, just the fact that I can have conversations with her in my car, that's incredible.
Hell yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
All right, so recently there's...
Chat, peace out. I'll see you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting us do what we want to do. And yeah. Bye. Olaf, you have the last word. Olaf, you know what to say. He did it yesterday like a good boy. Do it again, please. Else, don't make me go Hasan mode, bro. Olaf.
There's a humanitarian trip to Cuba that some activist organizations and influencers took part in. They brought over $400,000 worth of aid, and they traveled there to expose the effects Trump's blockade has had on the people of Cuba. And while they're there, some of the activist influencers also ended up exposing how out of touch they are. Like, some of these people made the optics of this trip look so bad, you'd seriously think the CIA was funding it. Like, one of the influencers there was seriously flexing probably at least $10,000 worth of gold jewelry in front of starving kids. Like, this guy went on a humanitarian trip to Cuba with 5 gold necklaces, gold teeth, earrings, bracelets, rings, a fancy watch, and sunglasses. I mean, if it's all real jewelry, I can't imagine how much money it is. And he's going around doing photo shoots in Cuba. I mean, you'd think if you're going to a country where people can barely afford to survive, you'd want to show a little humility, but he used it as an opportunity to flex his wealth and take pictures of himself for Twitter likes and to promote a book. So you can't make this stuff up. Like, it's crazy to me nobody there was like, hey, let's take it easy with the expensive jewelry. Same thing with Hasan Piker. Like, with the amount of shit he gets for living a life of luxury, you'd think at this point he would know better, and he'd be like, you know what, maybe I should dress more modestly when I go to an...
Oh, wait, this sucks. Wait, if you get these extra cats, should you just kill them? I don't want him stealing level ups from my crew. No! I rolled with 3 cats for a reason!
Impoverished country, but he had on a $5,000 outfit, and then he's like, oh, I can't believe people are talking about this. Like, he's surprised by it.
That's why they give you the stone? I don't have a stone, I don't think.
But if he didn't see this backlash coming, he has absolutely no self-awareness. This was so predictable. And I mean, is it really that hard for him to just not wear an expensive outfit? But his fans defend it by acting like it is impossible for him to wear a cheaper outfit. Like, if he wasn't wearing fancy clothes, then what else would he wear? They seriously act like that. Like, he either wears a $5,000 outfit or nothing, which sounds completely out of touch and kind of elitist. Like, some of these people are like, what do you expect him to buy a whole budget wardrobe for the trip? So it sounds like they're saying he only has really expensive clothes.
Wait, it came with a Neverstone? Where? This cat came with a Neverstone? Yeah, you guys are just lying. You guys are fucking liars.
You know, this guy's wardrobe must be worth like $100,000 or something. And again, the craziest thing is Hasan knew this would get attention. How could he not at this point? But he can't help himself. He loves the attention and loves luxury and knows his fans will do anything to defend him. It's like a full-time job being a Hasan sycophant. I mean, it's hilarious seeing these people bend over backwards to defend a completely out of touch, spoiled Nepo baby dog abuser. It's so embarrassing. Like, his communist fans always have to defend him indulging in complete luxury because they know he can't help himself and he needs to have fancy stuff. Jesus. Like, even when going to an impoverished country, they know he needs to wear expensive clothes. So they act like if he can't wear a $5,000 outfit, then what do you expect him to wear? Or the fact that he lives in a $3 million house, it's either that or he lives in a cardboard box with homeless people on the street, or he needs a $200,000 car because it's either that or he walks everywhere. So apparently communists think if you're rich, you need to have fancy items and live a life of total luxury and flex it on the poor people. I mean, It sounds so elitist, but these people have to bend over backwards trying to defend Hasan, and they just sound completely out of touch. Like, also some other backlash he received from the trip was he stayed at a 5-star hotel with electricity and internet while the rest of the island was dealing with a blackout. And it sounds like he wouldn't have even gone on the trip if he couldn't have streamed while he was there. Like, he was in touch with the Cuban government and they really wanted him to go, so they had to make sure they accommodated him. So even though the whole islands dealing with a blackout, they had to make sure that Hasan had internet so he could stream from his 5-star hotel.
The Cuban government actually hit my contact from the embassy and told him that if the only thing stopping Hasan from coming to Cuba was the consistent internet access, we can make it happen.
Yeah, Cuba is sick. Wait, the government reached out to you?
So, yeah, of course.
So while the people in Cuba are in complete poverty and they're starving and dealing with blackouts, the government made sure to roll out the red carpet for Hasan Piker so he could stream there and flex his wealth on the poors. I mean, how sad is that? Like, Hasan couldn't just go 2 days without making content or living in the lap of luxury. He needed to stream there, he needed to wear expensive clothes, he needed to stay at a 5-star resort, because if not, then he wouldn't have gone. And he must have realized how bad it looks for him staying at a 5-star hotel, because he addressed it pretty quickly and came up with some bullshit excuse, instead of just admitting he spoiled and wanted a room with AC and internet connection. But his excuse is he was forced to stay at the best hotel. You know, unfortunately, he had no choice but to stay at the nice 5-star resort with electricity and AC.
Yep.
He seriously wants us to believe he would have stayed somewhere else, more modest, but the US government forced him to stay at a high-end hotel. I mean, it's comical, and of course it's not true. Like, there are restrictions, but you can stay at cheaper hotels. And they have Airbnb type of thing there, so you could even stay with some locals. Like, if you really want to be a man of the people and show solidarity and actually experience what the people are dealing with there, that would have been the best way to do it. But of course, Hasan wouldn't do that because then he doesn't have AC or electricity or internet. You know, he needs to stream and have a nice place to stay and enjoy his time there as much as possible. But he will never admit that, and instead he even tries to convince his fans that he's being forced to stay at a nice place, you know, insinuating he'd rather not be at the nice hotel, he'd rather be out with the people dealing with the conditions they're dealing with, and showing solidarity and humility. Of course, he doesn't actually do that, but he acts like, I'd rather be doing that, guys, trust me. And he even makes it seem like he feels bad staying in the hotel after seeing the conditions Cubans are living in. He's like, the dichotomy is really fucking me up, guys, don't worry, it's getting to me.
And the American government makes it illegal for Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba.
Crazy.
They have to stay in what they've declared as 5-star hotels, right? I'm telling you all this
A
because,
little
like,
coffee.
even the 5-star hotels are not like, you know, it's not like, it's what the American government has declared 5-star hotels. But regardless, in comparison to the situation on the island, it's prosperity pretty much. And experiencing that dichotomy has like definitely fucked me up. Definitely.
Yeah, he looks like he's really going through it. And when he wasn't streaming, he was going out to bars with some of his famous friends. And he's like, man, we're living large and really enjoying it out there.
And I went and linked up with the Progressive International boys. I met Jeremy Corbyn. That was fantastic. And I hung out with the Kneecap boys. We went out and drank at like a local establishment. And
we're throwing money at everybody. Did you hit that part up?
We've just been living La Vida Loca, honestly. We've just been living life, living large.
Also, Hasan showed up to Cuba with a stack of cash that he made sure to flaunt on stream when he got there. And then he said when he went out, he would start throwing the cash at Cubans. You know, it's kind of like those old YouTube videos where someone would go to a homeless person and throw money at him. Or go to a third world country and throw money at kids, which I'm sure Hasan's fans would criticize people for. Like, Hasan fans give Mr. Beast a lot of shit and say he has a white savior complex and he's out of touch, he exploits the less fortunate and is performative. But then when Hasan goes to Cuba, stays at a 5-star resort, parties with influencers, and goes around throwing cash at people, we're supposed to believe there's nothing self-centered about it. He doesn't care about the clout or the content. He just wants to help people and show solidarity by being there. Even though it sounded like he wouldn't have even gone there to begin with if he couldn't stream. And of course his fans will use the fact that he donated money to deflect any criticism because they just cannot admit that Hasan made an ass out of himself, which he does all the time.
Because I walked through TSA and I got a fat stack on me. So I came in with this shit. Okay? And, you know, just peppering people, okay, on me. So,
how much money do you think this is?
In with this shit.
You think it's like $500? I'm so curious.
And I got a fat stack on me. So, I came in with this shit.
Because these are ones, like.
It.
Do you think it's less, like this whole stack of cash, do you think it's less than the glasses he's wearing?
Okay? And, you know, just peppering people with just wads of cash for the most part. I went to just a couple different like bars. The first night I went to a bar with the Kneecap boys, it was awesome. I had a great time there. We just dumped a lot of cash to the best of our ability.
And also when Hasan got there, he seriously started to trash Cubans who moved to America. So he went to Cuba and immediately started shitting on Cubans who grew up there but decided to leave. Like, this is so tone deaf, and he had to know this would stir up controversy. Like, either he has no self-awareness at all, or he's just saying provocative stuff to get attention because he needs to make everything about himself, which I'm sure it's a combination of both. You know, even on a humanitarian trip, he needs to be the center of attention. You know, he can't just help hand out food or supplies or do whatever he's supposed to be there for. He needs to stream and say a bunch of stupid shit he knows will offend people. people. He knows will offend Cubans, actually. I mean, how's nobody around him like, dude, can you please just chill out for a couple days while we're here?
Nope.
Like, he never behaves himself. You know, he always gets himself in trouble and causes a scene because he knows he has a bunch of lackeys that will defend him and embarrass themselves for him.
Fucking best people, okay? So kind, so welcoming, just the best. Just the absolute best people. Oh, my Lord, okay? Not in Miami. Oh, dude, it's the reversal. Actually, literally, like, exact opposite. Like, all the good Cubans stayed here, and most of the ones that are crazy just like flew up there. I swear to God.
And while he was there, he kept talking about how beautiful it is, how amazing the people are. He said it's one of his favorite places. But then he'd be like, if I ever come back, I mean, when I come back, it was hilarious. He had to correct himself a few times because, I mean, it sounds like he doesn't really care to go back. Like, he was only there for a couple days and spent a good amount of time streaming in his hotel. So you'd think if he really loved it there, he would definitely want to go back and experience it more. And he'd be like, man, I wish I could stay longer, or I'm really looking forward to coming back here. But instead, he's like, you know, if I ever come back. And then he remembers, like, oh, yeah, I got to pretend like I really want to come back. So he corrects himself and is like, oh, yeah, when I go back, I mean. You know, I don't think the internet connection in 5-star hotel really lived up to his standards. And the only reason he brings up going back is because he wants to convince people if he did, he would stay at a local's house. You know, again, he wants people to think, I don't want to stay at this hotel. So the performative activist bullshitting here is just unreal.
I am overcome with emotions at the beauty of this island and the beauty of the people. It's incredible. It's truly one of my favorite places officially. I totally understand why Will was saying that about Cuba. Like, if I were to ever, I mean, not ever, but like, I hope to come back. And when I do, I'll probably not abide by the American restrictions. Be able to open up their homes to American citizens that are coming in. Some of them are allowed. It's in the list of housing that you can stay at. And it's awesome. It's dope. When I go back to Cuba, I will absolutely do that. Because I'm not going to be going with like a massive humanitarian mission. I didn't choose where we're staying.
So it sounds like he's not very enthusiastic about going back to Cuba, but then he'll trash the people who grew up there and wanted to leave and go to America to pursue a better life. So he barely lasted 2 days in a luxury hotel and then had to go running back to his $3 million house in America. And it sounds like he doesn't really have any interest in going back to Cuba, but he thinks the people that grew up in poverty in Cuba and wanted to leave and pursue a better life in America are assholes. And also the rich influencers that went to Cuba overshadowed everybody else. They're doing like interviews and publicity and throwing parties and concerts. Like this famous Irish rap group that went there was doing interviews and held a concert and got a ton of promotion for it. So the whole event was just overshadowed by these influencers. And one of the activist groups afterwards made a video thanking famous people like Hasan Piker for saving their friends in Cuba. Even though I think there are over 600 people involved in helping get the aid to Cuba, but Hasan got all the credit for it.
My friends in Cuba have been suffering through this. Although they're resilient, they're cooking meals out on coal because they don't have fuel, they don't have gas for cooking. So although they're resilient, they're naturally having a very hard time. And because famous people like Hasan Piker, my friends' material conditions have gotten better.
And now a ton of people have to
how much better
help Hasan do damage control just because he couldn't behave himself for a couple days. Like if he didn't go, there still would have been some controversy and criticism for them staying at the hotel and using electricity, but nowhere near the amount that he caused. You know, he just has to cause a whole scene. And now he's overshadowing the whole trip. Like he didn't need to wear an expensive outfit. He didn't need to stream and start trashing Cubans and then try to convince people that he's being forced to stay at a hotel. And then when he gets called out for doing all this stupid shit, he acts like a man-child and needs all his orbiters to defend him. And it's crazy how many people will just immediately jump to his defense, no matter what. I mean, the people on the trip should be annoyed with him. He couldn't stay out of trouble for 2 days and just focus on what they're
They
there
level
for.
up again?
You know,
Why does this cat get all my level ups?
And he knew his
I
clothes
should have
would
killed
cause
him immediately.
backlash, which you could say, who cares? The backlash is stupid about his clothes. But if that's the case, then I don't know why so many people feel the need to defend it and just feed into the controversy, because it obviously doesn't help at all and makes him seem even more out of touch. Like if Hasan's fans don't care if he wears a $5,000 outfit while in an impoverished country, then why did so many fans feel the need to jump to his defense? Maybe because they know how bad it looks, and he knows how bad it looks, but he obviously doesn't care at all if it destroys the optics of the trip he's on. You know, he'd rather be wearing fancy stuff, and honestly, he probably likes the negative attention he gets from it, because he knows he has all these sycophants where it's basically their job to do damage control for him. And most of the time when they try to defend him, they only make him look worse and make themselves look worse. So I don't know why people even try at this point. I mean, it's not that hard to tell that this guy's a total narcissist.
Rate this game out of 10 thinking about it. I don't know. If you like roguelikes, you probably like this game.
And completely insufferable. And also the fact that people just ignored all the dog abuse and still will go to bat for Hasan is wild to watch. I mean, people would defend anything this guy does. Like, there's so much evidence of him treating his dog like complete shit. You know, he was making her stay in one spot for...
Wait, if I kill Mimi, is that other cat going to be my next party member? Oh, but I bet I'll get on Everstone.
5 hours, and he'd shot
You gotta die.
A little. Also on his stream, he tried to get his other dog to bite the dog he abuses. Like, he put them in a confined space, and he was hoping they'd start biting each other. And he's like, yeah, I want her to get bit. And he thought it was hilarious whenever she was about to and freaked out. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. So the fact that people defend this and just ignore this is absolutely insane. You know, this guy might be a psychopath.
Confined space like this together is a good idea, but... Oh, there we go. Good job, Fiona. You fucking tell her. Kaya is really funny when she's scared. No, I want her to bite her.
Jesus.
I know Fiona wants out. She's not getting out though. Fiona snaps at her. She'll just go and like run away. Run away like a fucking goofball crying. It's
Why
the
did I just
funniest
attack
thing
my
on
own
the fucking
cat?
planet. Oh, Fiona, stay in
know what I'm
there.
doing.
She needs to learn. See? See? She wants out.
The wind, children.
Did you see that? I want you guys to see what happens when she actually gets scared. It's so fucking funny.
And Hasan's fans will defend that. They see no problem with it, and they'll try to gaslight people into thinking that he actually treats his dogs really well. And it's completely ridiculous to say he's a dog abuser. I mean, I was surprised seeing some of the people defending this, but for some reason, people
True.
love going to bat for this guy.
True.
I do not understand it at all.
Kinda
Let me know what
weird.
you guys think, and make sure you check out the Patreon. There'll be a link in the description.
Fuck this. God damn it. These fucking cats. Another retractor statement or else.
It's me to no end when I. It just tilts me to no end when I see fucking. Dude, look.
This stream was 3 days
I'm a
before the 2020
first generation
election.
immigrant. Okay, I was an anchor baby. I was born here, so I could have citizenship. So when I see fucking immigrants and refugees and shit, like advocate for reactionary politicians who would literally wipe them out. Like it would be like this. Like you think Trump gives a fuck about Vietnamese people? He would literally melt you. Okay, he would melt you and use your fucking bones as toothpicks if it meant that he would have, he would not suffer any of the fucking consequences. And meanwhile, you're like, oh, it's so great. We love Donald Trump. Like, shut the fuck up. It makes me so mad. Like Hispanics for Trump or Latinos for Trump. It's like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, yeah, Joe Biden sucks ass too, but like, why the fuck would you ever openly agitate and advocate for a guy who literally is running on melting you? Like, he's just running on killing you, dude. And his followers want to as well. Oh my god, dude. Shit fucking...
Because as Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that.
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking idiotic old lady with your stupid fucking gamer headset. Who has fucked you harder, America or fucking Ho Chi Minh? Suck my dick, old lady. God damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay? Seriously, fuck this South Vietnamese motherfucking whatever, like Christian supremacist, psychotic fucking refugee living in America now and able to talk that shit. Why don't you go back and live in fucking South Vietnam in the same conditions, if that's your perspective? Be careful, be careful. No, I fucking hate these people, dude.
Because.
Okay. Based. All right, now you guys be careful. We're gonna go. Wait. Graffiti. Receipt. Stretch. Hustle. Psycho. Robot. Beauty. Stencil. Poster. Cores or corpse. Twist. Question. Check. Mashed potato. Mural. And coup. Oh. Silent peas. Robot. Are these stupid dance moves or something? Fuck. Like the twist, the robot, the stretch, and the hustle. I have no idea. Okay, drawings. Did I guess this already? Fuck. Mashed potato question. Oh, Marks. Are these dance moves? The mashed potato? Okay. Of course. Dan would know about that. All right, repeat cappuccino, cappuccino. Be careful, don't I? Wait! Okay, hold up. Let's go ahead and chop this one right in half. They gave us an easy one today, boys. They gave us an easy one today. Boom! What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's an easy one. Let me just say, I wouldn't need no K to pass my Z test, okay?